like to call to order the January 24th board meeting of the Methacton School District. Speaking from my perspective as a 4th grade student, that's almost 4.5 years. It's a real honor to introduce this video. I'd like to have a student from one of our elementary schools lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Thank you for that. I'm going to hand this off to our school board president. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Ranford. The public is hereby advised of the audio and video recording of this meeting for the purposes of rebroadcasting and creating a TikTok remix. Notice of executive session. There was an executive session of the board who met virtually on December 26, 2022, for the purpose of holding an information and strategy session related to matters of collective bargaining with the Elves and Reindeer Association and the North Pole Administration. Mr. Wheeler will now present our honorees for the month. Mr. Wheeler?
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight's guest speaker is our own Katie Reynolds. Thank you for taking this duty tonight, Ms. Reynolds.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Madam President, our first honoree tonight is a 4-time Lineback winner. Characteristics all of our Methacton core values. Please welcome Mr. Dan McDonough. Dan constantly washes his hands before eating and after recess. That's great hygiene. We also have a winter concert soloist, Andrea Angler, who not only takes the time to use the restroom before specials, but also ends up at the first whistle at recess and constantly volunteers to help her peers with paired reading. Please join me in giving a round of applause. Mr. Wheeler?
Thank you. I believe we now have a special presentation for some of our members. So I'd ask that the presentation be placed up on the screen and that the presenters take their place at the podium. Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Members of the board, you should have a copy of this presentation in paper form in front of you, as well as the video that I sent you. As our presenters take their places, could we play that video now? With that, Ms. Campbell-Szymanski, you have the floor.
Members of the public, that very informative video is already available on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. This presentation will be uploaded and made available there as well. Students in our district were polled about what's missing in their classrooms that would help them succeed. Mr. Anderson?
The results of this poll really demands that we take action.
These are the items that students perceive as missing from a classroom environment: fuzziness, furriness,
cuddly wuddliness, slobber wobbers.
I'd just like to say, I got this report this morning, and speaking from my perspective, having served in this district since 2018, that's going on 4.5 years. But this poll was a startling revelation for many of us. I think we have to act.
What do we do? Order, one at a time.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll continue. This evening, we present for your consideration a proposal to choose and adopt a class pet for each classroom within the district.
Oh boy!
As you know, the dog is a fan favorite animal among kids of all ages.
No! Cats! Miss Morris, I want to remind you that you do not need to object. However, Mr. Anderson, I agree. What about cats? And sugar gliders, for that matter. Ooh, sugar gliders. If I may speak about skunks. And squirrels. Yes, but skunks, when descented, make for really, really cute pets. And squirrels are so funny. I love the way they run around.
Could I finish? So as you know, dogs are a fan favorite, but cats and turtles are close runners-up.
I wanted to address exotic animals. As you may or may not know, keeping exotic or wild animals as pets in a domestic environment is illegal in the state of Pennsylvania.
So that means no squids? Yes, that's what that means. And no sugar gliders. Do you have a problem with sugar gliders, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Beatty? No, Miss Reynolds, I do not. They're pretty cute, but can we talk about numbers?
Yes, I think he means the bunny, Mr. Vanderburg. I knew we should have addressed that up front. I brought that up right away, did I not?
You did, but if you remember, there was the issue of breeds and species.
We can't address cost until we understand the needs.
Just show me the money. Eli, I thought you loved animals. Miss Stevenson, please. I do love animals, but we have to consider the money.
I don't want to take us off track here, but I'm wondering, what are our options in terms of aquatic animals? What do you have in mind? Well, I'm thinking of our school lobbies in addition to the classroom pets. Tropical fish are great, but what would we be looking at in terms of a large tank?
How big are we talking?
A manatee? A manatee.
Or two.
A manatee or two?
Okay, should we table this?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and propose that we table this discussion until the next meeting.
Oh, we always do that!
Well, we will have a much better idea about our discretionary spending after the elves and the reindeer sell their contracts.
Well, I for one believe the case has been settled as to the importance of classroom pets. As long as you show us the money.
Yeah, show us the money.
As I was saying, the case has been settled. We just have to work out the finer details. Mr. Vandenberg?
The proposal has been made to table the discussion until the February meeting. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record show that there were 2 opposed to the motion. Meeting adjourned.
Happy New Year, everyone!
Thank you for all you do, Methacton School Board